Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show with Mike and T-Roy's here. Hello, T.
Hey, buddy.
How are you, pal?
I'm all right. Happy Monday.
Oh, God, don't remind me. And only Monday already.
That's the first 5.
Yeah.
You get 4 on a Friday.
Yeah, you just set me down a bad spot right there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because it's Monday?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It's just the start of the week. It probably goes back to like trauma, earlyhood trauma, when you're a kid, having to go to school on Monday. Like Sunday nights always gave me super bad anxiety.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know if you ever got that. Probably not.
I mean, Mondays suck.
Yeah.
But
they
Monday's
sure do.
over. So
That's
Monday's
true.
in the rearview mirror.
Monday's in the rearview.
Now you got nothing but football ahead of you.
Yeah, it's a weird spot because you look so forward all week to football on Sunday. And then, it's like, oh, man, the work week starts, the school week starts. That stinks.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do? You can't have one without the other.
Well, that's true.
And we had a good weekend.
We had a good weekend.
Yeah, we got a 3, man.
Yeah.
We got a 3.
No doubt.
So, no complaints there. Michigan wins handily.
Yeah,
Penn
I mean, it was... The scoreboard would make it look a little closer than it actually was, but...
Yeah, what was it, 24-15?
Yeah.
Which makes it look,
Yeah, it makes it look kind of respectable, but they kicked the shit out of them.
Kick the shit out of
Yeah,
them.
up and
And
down.
almost disrespectfully.
Yeah, when you don't throw the ball once, and it'd be one thing if you didn't throw the ball, like if you were up 30 points, or
Yeah, you're just trying to drain clock.
Yeah, but no, they ran it down their throat.
Yeah.
It was extremely disrespectful.
Yeah, and people are all up in arms about Michigan and Harbaugh, and I'm sure some of you heard. Greg came in here the Saturday after the game.
Yep.
Henson did, and we talked a lot about that. Got his insight. I'm way more interested in his perspective on some of that stuff. He just knows more of the players involved. Like behind the scenes and all that kind of stuff. So it's good. I found that all Michigan guys
Unequivocally
yes, across the board say that they're, I would feel the same way if it was Michigan State or Ohio State. I don't know that I believe that. I just don't.
And there's absolutely no wrongdoing whatsoever. Connor Stallions was rogue.
Yeah.
Jim Harbaugh's innocent.
Yeah. What do you think of the argument?
In between.
Like, it's just ignorance of the law doesn't absolve you of any wrongdoing. You're supposed to know what's going on in your program.
I mean,
I've always kind of hated that argument.
To some degree. I mean,
because there's just so many people involved. How do you know everything that's going on?
Yeah.
It's like impossible.
I mean, does that pertain to Paterno as well?
Well, people came to him and told him.
Right.
Like Paterno was aware that
but
dude
he didn't
was
have
fucking
anything
kids.
to do with it. I mean, you can get into the cover-up and that kind of stuff. But,
Yeah, the redhead had to walk in on the goddamn thing.
Right.
Walked on a kid getting butt fucked in the showers and reported it. And they were like, get out of here, redhead.
Good old Sandusky.
Yeah.
He's doing it for the kids.
But
I mean, you yes and no. I mean, you're only in control of so much. Now, if this guy's out doing his own thing, that's what they allege. He had this manifesto. He was building his own thing.
Yeah, I don't know if I buy that either.
I don't either. I don't know exactly what his role on the team was, what his input on the day-to-day was. So,
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't seem like there's anything there. Maybe they were just smart enough not to reimburse some money on on paper and not do anything through emails. That this was all just word of mouth conversations. I don't know. I'd like to give him the benefit of the doubt that.
Yeah. I don't get the impression that many in football circles like Jim Harbaugh very much.
No. That seems to be the case.
They didn't with the 49ers. I don't know how he left San Diego. I don't know how he left Stanford.
Yeah.
But I know
goofy,
within San Francisco,
I don't know what the real
didn't.
boner for him is. I mean, why everybody doesn't like him. He doesn't come across as like a dick.
Well, that was the report in San Francisco behind the scenes, is that he was cruel to secretaries and shit like that, which really bothered people
anyway. So
maybe that could very well be true. Yes, but
benefit of the doubt, my man.
Because the guy went to 2 championships and a Super Bowl in 3 years. You know what I mean? And they were like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. And my thought was, I don't care if he's beating these women. My team's winning.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's really all I care about.
Obviously translating on the field.
Yeah, and I feel bad for the women. Yeah. And I don't ever want to see a bitch get smacked up or anything like that.
I don't think you ever put hands on anybody in such a bad way.
No, I've never have.
Rude,
and I don't
short,
understand it. Yeah. I've never put hands on a lady in a bad way. Never. And I wouldn't like applaud anyone that did, But my team was winning a lot. So it was like, I don't even know these chicks. I know Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
So there was that kind of thing going on. Obviously, no disrespect to women. But they shit-canned him out of there because a lot of people inside that facility were bitching about
Hostile work environment.
Yeah, sort of. So I don't know if some of that's changed when he got to Michigan or if there's plenty of people underneath that can't stand him either.
I've heard a couple things, not just related to this necessarily, but over the last few years, in that he has sort of seemed to have changed, changed his kind of demeanor, how he interacts with people. That he used to be very kind of standoffish. That was just him. It was just separation between him and everybody else in the team, and that he sort of let that wall down. And it kind of goes back into that around 3 years ago type of thing when this changed, the COVID, whatever.
Right.
And that he seems to be much more likable now. That these, I'm not sure that the team ever didn't really care for him or respect him that I've ever heard of, but it does seem like these last few years, like these players and these coaches really love him.
Yeah.
So
he was. Here's what I remember, because I would watch a lot of the Bay Area post game after Niner games. It sucks the Lions don't have a proper post game. Not right after the game for 5 minutes. I mean, like full hour where you're interviewing players, you're in the line, like that kind of level, which is great, and hopefully the Lions get there soon. Keep winning, they will. But I watched a lot of those. And then on Mondays, they would have his full press conference. Coming off a loss, he was never the same guy. And so you can argue, look, the guy takes this so personally.
Yeah.
He's in a shit mood, and there's no way to hide it. But you saw that kind of culture bleed into the players, too. Kaepernick acted like that. Was a fucking douche canoe when it came to post-game interviews after a loss.
And
you're like,
national
dude,
anthems.
be a pro. You know what I mean? The national anthem aside, I know what you mean. I know you're joking, but you can still be a pro. We got to do better, blah blah blah. But no, he was snippy and shitty, and I've never liked that about Belichick. I've never thought it was an endearing quality. We're on to Cincinnati. We're on to like fuck off, dude. Be a pro. You don't get to everything's awesome because we won, and then I get to be a dick to everybody because we lost. That's kind of a shitty attitude too. But regardless, I don't know where this goes or anything like that. But
no, we'll see. And interesting. I mean, nothing happened. Whether this all went down late on Friday.
Yeah,
and,
a little sus there.
Yeah, a little bit. And that this would have happened. Yeah, the timing is definitely questionable at best.
Right.
But it seemed like they had an opportunity to do something to get a stay or whatever that was called, that they could have gotten.
The
judge,
injunction.
Yeah, injunction, whatever.
Yeah,
but they didn't.
Sounds like they'll get that next Friday,
and they chose not to do it. So we'll see. The course will play itself out, I guess.
Yeah,
but why you wouldn't have done it for that? I don't know. Not sure. That's another question mark for me of why they wouldn't have immediately done everything that they could do.
Yeah.
To overturn this as quickly as possible.
Well, if the judge doesn't want to do it and won't see it till next Friday, which is kind of what he said, and he's a Michigan grad, that's a little odd.
Yeah. Next Friday, I'll look at this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know, right? Seems a little weird. And there is something odd too about, because you're big, powerful Michigan, you get to fucking just get a judge on the phone in an hour.
No, any university could do it.
Right. No.
Money.
But you couldn't.
Right.
And I couldn't. Our piddly ass lives don't mean shit to these people. But when you're powerful, when you're a celebrity, when you're a politician, when you're a major university, you can make a phone call and he can just step off his porch and lemonade and come in and make a ruling off hours. You just write him a check for a few grand. Yeah. And that's how that works. And it's like,
see it all the time, but not for the lay person.
No.
Something like that 2-tiered justice system.
Yeah.
It's more like a 10-tiered justice system.
Or a 1,000-tiered. Yeah. Right. Henson said something interesting to us a couple weeks ago about Harbaugh. Did he say he was maybe spectrum-y?
Yeah, he made some comment about that he might have been a little on the spectrum. I mean, that's a statement from Greg Henson. But,
right. But even so, the spectrum is very, very vast.
Of course.
No doubt about it. And I'll tell you this, Isis over the years, and he's gotten better, but has said some highly inappropriate shit in front of people, behaved highly inappropriately in front of certain groups or people, and he doesn't mean to do that. He's not trying to piss you off or bum you out or ruin your day. It's just the nature of, being somewhere on that spectrum. It's a little different.
Yeah. Filter's just a little off.
And, where he lines up on that, if he does, in fact, and I'm not accusing
Now, I've never been on the spectrum that I'm aware of.
Yeah,
But I've
I
said some
certainly
horrifically offensive shit to people as well.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
That does not necessarily put you on the spectrum somewhere.
Difference being yours was very much on purpose.
Oh, absolutely.
You knew exactly 100% what you were saying.
Every time.
Easus is just blurting
Gotcha.
a lot of times.
Okay.
Where it's like, you're like, dude, you know better than that. And it's like, I know, but it's like, you never learn, you never get better, you never do different. And so, I'm not saying Harbaugh's there, and he could be grades below Easus.
Oh, I would say he is.
Yeah.
Regardless, I would say he is.
Yeah. But then we get the Lions win.
Yeah.
My Niners won, big, impressive.
Yeah.
The Lions, dude, they're marching. They're marching. I mean, defense was a little
they
ugly yesterday.
Tighten that up. He kind of goes back to, that's not a mobile quarterback that they were having issues with. But he was elusive. He was getting out of the pocket.
But he can do that.
He can, but he's not your typical.
No, he's not Jalen Hurts. He's not
right. Yeah. So that's not the excuse here. So going back to them not signing another edge rusher or something at the deadline when they're in the position that they are to shore up that defense, which was the weak link here.
Well, you see the difference it made in the 1:00 game. We were watching the Niners and and you saw Chase Young all of a sudden thrown in there.
Exactly.
And whether they changed a bunch of they did. They changed their back end scheme and all kinds of stuff. But that edge rush, would you throw Chase Young in there
when
too?
You've got a guy like Bosa that's constantly double teamed, a la Aiden Hutchinson, who's constantly double teamed.
Yeah.
You get somebody that can come around from the other side.
Yeah.
Changes everything.
And you saw it immediately. Yep. And you saw the difference in getting home and not getting home.
Yep.
And it was an ass whooping.
Yeah. Now, whether they believe that this James Houston's going to come back and he's going to be that good that they didn't have to go through and do that.
But Chase Young would have looked good in a Lions uniform.
Yeah.
He just would have.
I know. He's a Buckeye, so fuck him. I
know. And so is Bosa. Look, man, I've had to learn to love some Buckeyes.
I would have gone Sweat over Young anyway.
Yeah, Montez Sweat would be great.
Even for the second round pick.
I remember Chase Young coming out of college just thinking, that dude's going to do stuff like Lawrence Taylor did.
Yeah.
Remember the stuff he did against Michigan where it was like, he's unblockable. Mm-hmm. You can't double team him and stop him. Yeah. He's a machine. This isn't human. And he's the last player I remember saying that about.
Yeah,
maybe
there hasn't been a ton.
Clowney.
Yeah,
Javion Clowney, I remember having that feeling.
Yeah, when he killed Michigan. I mean that sucked that one hit sucked the entire soul,
stole the season
out of a season.
Yeah, that was was that a bowl game?
No, I don't think so.
No, we played South Carolina, right?
Oh, maybe it was. Maybe it was that. Maybe,
I think it was
might
a bowl game.
Yeah,
and it ended the game right there.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And it's one of the greatest hits you'll ever see in college football.
He's lucky it didn't end a career there because it was unbelievable. But yeah, I mean, there's very few guys that can single-handedly take over a game at that level. Mm-hmm. Jalen Carter this year, and he does it from the middle, which is just a different story. I mean, it's one thing to do that, be that disruptive as an edge rusher.
Yeah. That's the new thing in the NFL, by the way. Interior pass rushers are going to be like edge rushers have been in the last 10 years.
Yep,
they're going to be sought after like that. The Hargraves
and
of the
McNeil's
world.
showing signs of it for us there. So we'll see that they draft that
he
kid.
Looks great.
He does. So I mean, maybe they know. What do we know? It's hard to argue with what they've done. So to act like I know somehow better than those guys in the front office is ignorant. Yeah. I get it. But it just made sense. And that was the number one move position at the trade deadline.
I guarantee you, though, T, no matter how this season shakes out, they're probably realistically still a year away from like the top echelon. Like if you have another draft like you did this year, if you can cherry pick a couple guys like they did last year in the offseason, and you go into next season with that, you are going to be feared across the board.
Absolutely right.
So whether they put it all together and make a killer run, how amazing would that be, first off? It'd be incredible to watch.
Yep. And I mean, listen,
but if not this year, next year.
If they win a home playoff game, let's assume they win this division, they get a home playoff game, they win that playoff game, and they move on, and they lose to Philly or San Fran,
or Dallas. Or
there's
whoever.
no. I mean, there's no shame. I mean, they're really. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's a good loss in a way.
Well, it depends how they lose.
Well, fairly.
It depends. You know what I mean?
But it's still a successful season.
Sure.
And it's just. I mean, and it's light years ahead of where we expected them to be.
Yep.
So yeah, they're not there. They've got to grow a little bit all the way around. But
Yeah.
it's fucking exciting. 7-2.
Dude.
7-2.
It's amazing. I was even thinking last night, they're 6-3, right? They've got 3 losses, yeah. And then I was like,
No.
oh no, they have 2 losses.
Yeah, a tough one to Seattle and a blowout by the Ravens, and that's it.
Yeah. And that's deceptive too. Well, the Ravens one's not. You know what I'm thinking of the Niners when they got blowed out. They got blowed out by whoever it was 2 weeks ago. It was Cincy, or maybe the game before that, the Ravens or something. But it altered their play calling. It probably did. If I were to rewatch the Lions game, there are certain when you're getting trucked 21-0.
Yeah.
You either have a miracle comeback that, we see from time to time, not out of the question. But when you start getting into that, you're at the 12-yard line, it's, or at the 9-yard line, it's 3rd and goal, and you don't get in. Where you would normally just take the field goal.
Yeah.
You're going for that 4th and goal
Always.
from the 9,
Yep.
and because you're trying to get back in the game.
You start going for it on 4th downs instead of.
I believe my Niners, and it might have been the Lions too, did that on multiple occasions where it's like, well, you could have slowly maybe eked back into this game, but to be like, oh, it was 100-0, it's like, It's not entirely true. Not that they didn't both get their asses kicked, because they did.
Yeah, and it changed your whole game plan when you got to sit there and chuck the ball. And
Right.
the defense can pin their ears back and just come after the quarterback, press, you create turnovers, things like that. So it can get out of hand real quick.
Yeah.
As well when you lose control of that game and your own game plan.
Yeah. Boy, has the narrative shifted on Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah.
They were acting like the Super Bowl bound, best team in the league possibly. Oh, my God, them in Baltimore, blah, blah, blah. And then the Niners game yesterday, it was like, dude, the media today, the sports media today is just like, oh, yeah, they suck.
Every team's eating a dick at some point. Dallas has eaten a dick. Niners have eaten a dick. I mean,
Detroit ate a dick.
Yeah.
But didn't the Chiefs ate a dick to the Broncos of all fucking teams?
Yeah. So I mean, it happens. There, you go out and you lay an egg.
Philly laid an egg earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They lost
The Colts or something?
but regardless, but the Jets, or maybe, or no, it wasn't the Jets.
Was it it might have been the Jets.
Either
way, it was
Either
a
way,
team they're
exactly.
heavily
It was
favored in.
Exactly right. So I don't put too much stock into it. These idiots have to fucking talk about something. So now they have to just pile on, just like they would have done when they did the Lions.
Do they have to though?
Yes, because they have 29 hours a day.
I know, but can't
fill.
you just talk about calm down? They just went on a 5-game
Some
win
people
streak,
probably did.
and then they got trucked. We see teams lay eggs all the time. Let's not overreact.
Yeah.
Dude, they all were acting like
does that get clicks, though?
Jacksonville's done.
Does that get clicks though?
Maybe not.
No, you have to sound the alarms every time,
Oh my
every
God,
week.
it's so absurd.
Yeah.
It's just absurd.
It is. They have a great defense. Now I can't explain why that went so fucking sideways.
Jacksonville?
Yes, they're a much better team. It's just like the Lions and the Ravens. You can't explain why that went sideways.
Right.
They're a better team than that looks like. I wouldn't expect that to continue throughout the season. So to act like they're just done, they're never going to win another game is stupid.
Yeah.
Are they the best team in the AFC? Probably not. Were they playing
It just stood out to me when I was watching this morning Good Morning Football, and I threw on First Take for a few minutes. God, I can't stand Stephen A.
Oh, me either. I mean, public enemy number one for me.
Yeah, he is just awful.
Kermit.
I can't. His intros, I just have to fast forward. To see him sit there and what
That
up, shake,
fucking-
look.
His cadence.
Oh, his cadence is fucking atrocious. Atrocious. Anyway,
Look, moving on.
moving on.
Any
Yeah,
news
people love
that we need to know about?
You act like you got a story in mind.
No, not at all.
The NFL, by the way, after 42 days, Taylor Swift's reign on the Twitter hero image is over.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. I didn't realize that was still up for 42 days until yesterday.
Did they have a bye this week?
No, are they? Maybe they did. No, they put Dobbs on there now, which would make sense in a normal league. Like he's
That's a great.
It's
a
a great
feel-good
story.
story of the year so far.
Yeah, it's a great story.
Yeah.
Which sucks because Minnesota looks like they might be relevant late December. When
They're not that deep.
I mean, playing them and then Dallas to end the season, 3 games.
Oh, they'll handle your business. That's
handle
all.
your business.
Handle your
True.
business. If you think you're going to do anything in the playoffs, then you better handle your business those last 3 weeks.
Yeah, true. Would you be if they went 1-2 in those last 3, split with Minnesota and lost a close one to Dallas?
Depends on what that does to them.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it for sure.
Yeah,
That seems absolutely reasonable. I would hope that they can beat Minnesota both times. It's not easy.
I don't mind losing to Minnesota in Minnesota, say.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be awesome not to. To go into Dallas and kick their fucking dicks in would be awesome.
Oh, of course.
That would be
great.
On the road, division games are always going to be tougher.
Well,
and the teams know each other.
I listen, if they had to go, I would much rather they go 1-2, let's just say in that. I would much rather one of those wins be against Minnesota.
Yeah.
Then
so lose to Dallas.
Lose to Dallas in
Minnesota.
that, because that's the only issue you potentially have of not getting in the playoffs for one, and definitely not having a home field advantage. I mean, a home field playoff game.
Yeah.
So
very true.
That Minnesota, I would gladly lose to Dallas to win both against Minnesota in that situation.
Yeah.
Gladly.
Yeah.
But
I
to
would
go
too.
down there and kick the shit out of them, amen.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Be great. No, I think Dobbs will come back down to earth. I don't think
probably
that's
will,
a sustainable thing. People will get tape on him and be like, oh, okay, here's what his tendencies are. And there's a reason he's been on 9 teams in 5 years or whatever. So, but yeah, Taylor Swift is gone from the header. She was replaced by Josh Dobbs Sunday night. A collage of Swift's different reactions during the Chiefs-Jets game October 1st became the NFL's Twitter header shortly after the broadcast. The league also changed their bio to, "We had the best day with you today," which is apparently some stupid Taylor Swift lyric.
No idea.
The bio from Swift's words went to, "In Dobbs we trust." Great.
Okay, trust away.
Wonderful.
That's fine. He's
Stupid.
He's okay. Him coming in, doing that win, getting that win. He doesn't even know the fucking players' names. Doesn't know the play calls. Doesn't know.
Yeah.
They literally had to call the route trees into his head every fucking game.
Did you see the video of him showing up at what's the name of the stadium in Minnesota?
I don't know.
Whatever it is. He shows up there and they've got in any one of those elevators that take you to executive levels or down into the locker room, that kind of stuff. There's a operator in there, security of some sort in there, and they show that the elevator door opens and he walks out with this older security guy, and the guy's like, "All right, you're gonna want to go down 3 rooms to the right. You're gonna hang a left." It's like showing him where the locker is.
Yeah,
this guy doesn't
fuck yeah.
fucking know.
Oh,
Yeah, so
absolutely. I mean, but didn't even was only there a few days and got thrown in because Cousins got hurt.
yeah,
And,
shocking. And then the other guy got hurt.
the other kid. I mean, Cousins was hurt, so then their backup got blown out early.
Yeah.
and he was thrown into it.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be interesting coming down the wire. Just keep doing what you're doing, guys. Keep winning games.
Yeah,
and
7-2. Can't argue with that.
No, not at all.
Listen, Minnesota's in the same dog shit division that we are.
Yeah.
So there's 4 wins guaranteed right there.
Yep. True.
Oh, they are so bad, Chicago and
Like Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Yeah. You don't want to stumble in one of those, though.
No.
A University of Pennsylvania student.
Okay.
So that's Penn. That's like
Not Penn State.
not Penn State.
Right. That's like Michigan and Michigan State.
Right.
Penn is Penn and Michigan. Penn State.
Penn is where the Biden Center is, right?
I believe that's correct.
They found a bunch of his
Classified documents there?
Yeah, classified documents, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's the school where they were getting tens of millions of dollars from China to go into the Penn Biden Center.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, something like that.
Wasn't that where he was? Wasn't he a professor there? Was that there?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Tenured professor.
Yeah. I think he had to show up like once a year and just give some rambly ass speech and then Roomba out of the room.
Shake hands, sniff some babies.
Yeah, exactly. Sniff some girl's hair, the usual. So this has nothing to do with that, but a University of Pennsylvania student has been arrested for allegedly at this point, stealing an Israeli flag.
Stealing it like off the shelf?
No, it's apparently
Snatching
someone had it hanging up outside the university, one of the, not dorms, but one of the houses there on campus. She, a few weeks ago, made headlines for praising Hamas. for its glorious October 7 incursion. Dude, it's becoming more and more crystal clear to me, seeing these coddled toddlers running around our country by the hundreds of thousands, acting like absolute Nazis. Absolute Nazis.
It's funny.
It's like, wait a minute.
It's scary, but it's comical.
It's comical in a scary way.
Right.
But it's like, oh, this is all I need to know. You want to see it play out in real time. You want to see, like, all the things people have been bitching about are like, what are you teaching these children? What are you indoctrinating these kids with? That it's not all members of society. It's just this faction behaving this way.
Yeah. You're seeing a major influence there for sure.
Right. Like, that's all it can be. If you've got, socialists.
But is it really? I mean, I know that that's being pushed because I know, kids that are in college that and it is being pushed, but it's also not necessarily the majority of kids. They're the ones out protesting. They're the ones fucking making the video. They're the ones that are, the vocal minority, possibly.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that it's, the majority of people's opinion on campus. I think it's getting more and more that way. And the fact
it seems like there's a lot more people out there.
Is terrifying.
And the fact that there's no shame, like praising that. You're talking about the rape of women, the slaughter of families, the slaughter of babies. Yeah. Like, there's no denying that. So on what level are now they're all
on principle, if you want to say that there was some validity to, their cause, but nobody can defend their actions.
No.
Nobody can defend their actions.
I heard Ben Shapiro talking about this, and he's doing 1,000 videos. I can't even watch him anymore because there's just so many he's taking on these students.
Oh, yeah.
This whole thing. But I think we've made the point before, and it's 100% true, that if you think people around the world, around the globe, have the same grounding in morals as you would, like, some things are just off limits. Some things you just don't. No, there are people that, and it's very hard to understand that. Like, well, they're human beings. Of course they understand that's too far.
Yeah.
With some of these groups, no, they don't.
No.
Not at all. They
I think it's an unwritten rule. You get into a fight with a guy. All right, you don't kick a guy in the balls when you're fighting a guy. Okay, you think everybody abides by that?
Right.
No. Especially if you're getting your ass kicked, you're gonna grab a handful of fucking nuts and rip them off.
Yeah, guys aren't known to bite.
And you'd be surprised, people that don't think they would kick a guy in the nuts when they start getting their ass kicked.
Yeah.
Start kicking a guy in the nuts.
If you get a lane.
When you do what you have to do. So it's easy to be on that, high and mighty, high ground, moral fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
When it's not really you involved in the situation.
I got to tell you, I have really enjoyed Israel's response. Like, no, we absolutely hear.
We hear you. Yes.
Maybe disappointed in some of our European friends and certainly in our
and we'll
American
deal with that
friends.
later. We'll take our fucking punishments later.
However, let me be crystal clear about this. Our job, and it's not negotiable, is not done, not even close to done, until every single member of Hamas is dead. Not in jail, not, has a come to Allah moment. No, fucking dead. And any sort of faction like this that could threaten us going forward in the future, and mark our words, we will win. And they're not fucking around.
Oh,
and it's like,
good. A fucking maniac.
Huh?
Benjamin Netanyahu's a fucking maniac.
Yeah, Bibi. Yeah, dude, I'm with them. Like, you don't get to go in, behave like animals like that, rape, slaughter, behead, all that kind of shit, and then just be like, whoa, ceasefire. No. How would we felt about a ceasefire after 9/11? Been like, go fuck off. No.
Yep.
No. You don't get to act like that to our citizens and then go, oh, sorry, just kidding.
Yeah.
No.
Because when it's all said and done, I mean, you can wag your finger at them all you want for some of the things they may have done, but when it's all said and done, it shakes out.
Yeah.
None of it matters. Nothing's going to happen. You're going to get sanctions. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Exactly.
Okay, listen, next time.
And now we've seen those sanctions are very, very effective unless you don't apply them. Right? Which is what the problem is with Iran. This administration is not applying the sanctions. They're still there,
Oh, yeah.
They're just not enforcing them. And so you're seeing them spending God knows how much money on terrorism.
Yeah. Well, you got to, and the 6th bill is just a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
If you go back through the books of the last 10 years or so, and not even 10 years, through this administration, it's like 5 times that.
All those radical Islam factions that you see, Hezbollah, Hamas, all of them, they're all being funded by the same group. Same group. And that's Iran. So she was Tara Taraneh.
She was?
No, she is. I was going to say she was. Tara Taraneh. What a stupid name. If your last name's Taraneh, don't fucking name your kid Tara.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Lisa Taraway.
Anything other than Tara.
Yeah. Anything other than Tara.
Yep.
Tara is accused of stealing the flag from the front of a campus apartment house last month. She was arrested November 4th, charged with theft after receiving stolen property. The college junior described feeling so empowered and so happy after Hamas launched its attack on Israel.
Okay.
Penn's Division of Public Safety classified the theft as a bias incident. Theft is not classified as a hate crime under Pennsylvania law, cannot be prosecuted as such. She sparked outrage online over this speech she gave at a rally in Philly last month that saw her praise the joyful and powerful images which came from the glorious October 7th Hamas attacks. Yeah. Do you know how they would treat you, Tara?
Yeah. Spend a couple days over there. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah. This is not without precedent. We've seen people like, oh yeah, I'm going to marry one of these guys. And they go over there and it's like, big mistake. Big mistake. Can I come home? And we're like, yeah, how about eat the whole bag? No.
Yeah. No, not doing that.
No, you can't.
I mean, nothing's better than the Queers for Palestine.
Oh, yeah. Queers for Palestine. That's brilliant. It's a parody sketch. Right? How was that not a parody sketch?
It's one of the fucking funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I mean, no joke.
I mean, how was that different
delusional?
Than blacks for the Klan? Honestly. Jews for Hitler. How was that any different? Oh, my God. Do you know what fucking Hamas would do if you showed up limp-wristed with a fucking rainbow flag, waving it in their face and throwing glitter around them?
Have one of your
Holy shit.
Pride Day parades down there.
Yeah.
Try a little boo-foo in the street. See how that works out for you.
Yeah, see how far you get with that. Big mistake. This would be and this is one of those, like, how warped mentally do you have to be to not understand? And this is the thing where, as it's human nature to be like, oh, deep down we're all based in some sort of morality and laws and looking out for each other. Like, no, you don't understand. These dudes would absolutely throw you off a fucking roof.
Yep.
They
Without
would.
thinking twice.
Yeah.
And cheer and videotape it and share it.
Yeah, and happily share.
Yeah. And maybe take out your family, too.
Not even Hitler would do that. Hitler was trying to hide his atrocities. These motherfuckers are sharing it.
Yep.
So, I'm not saying Israel's not without fault or blaming anything. I'm not saying that. I'm not even trying to take a side. I just think this is so... This is what, if you have social radicalists
First of all,
running your universities,
what is this idiot doing?
This is what they're growing. This is what's coming out. It's like, no, we're not seeing this. This is what they're teaching your kids in these schools, and your fucking retarded children come out waving flags, basically playing Nazi.
What was the last thing this dumb twat was that worked up about in this country? Homelessness, the
probably
border
white males
crisis.
If I had to guess,
fentanyl, none of it. No. This is what's really got her titties in a twist.
Yeah.
Well, fuck her. That's why.
Yeah. So, she stole the flag from this house near the Ivy League school's campus October 28th at 5:15. So it's not even like the middle of the night. You're going out in broad daylight. Police were notified of the theft 2 hours later, and they identified Tara as their suspect. Meanwhile, DPS has reportedly provided support services to the students impacted by the theft and is coordinating support for other individuals who may have been affected.
Well, they don't feel safe. It's a hate crime. It's it's tense times.
That sentence right there
is what's wrong with this world.
There is your coddle problem in this country in one sentence. Yeah. So wait, let me get this straight. some girl stole an Israeli flag off an apartment complex on campus, and you're providing support service to students impacted by the theft. And you're coordinating support for other individuals who may have been affected.
Yeah, how about we give them $7.99 for a new flag? Move on.
Yeah. So, holy shit. So there was a 1 minute long video that shows her giving a speech to a large group of people, some of who are waving Palestinian
Can we
flags.
Watch it?
Yeah, you probably could if you look up Terra Terra.
I was kidding.
Yeah, I have the quote. I wasn't even going to bother.
No,
I don't need to hear this idiot. And she's like, do you guys remember the photos of the kids and men laughing and smiling as they sat on top of the Israeli military jeep captured by our freedom fighters? Do you remember that picture? How about the photos of the bulldozers breaking through the deadly border? Do you remember that? And the several other joyful and powerful images which came from the glorious October 7th. I want you to picture those in your mind. I want you to all remember how you felt when you saw those images and heard the news. I remember feeling so empowered and so happy, so confident that victory was near and so tangible. It's so not, though.
No.
It's not.
This is bigger than all of us.
And the Israelis don't fuck around, dude. They're not going to get soft like Americans. They're just not.
No.
They've been dealing with these fucking piles of shit for way too long.
Listen, to think that even if they go through and they personally execute every single member of Hamas, do you think on any level that's the end of this?
No.
I mean, you can't be. Now, fine, that you want to do your eye for an eye. This is what we have to do in retaliation for this. This doesn't end anything. This just escalates it.
Here's the thing, though. The Abraham Accords were working brilliantly. And the goal was, let's get a few Arab countries, maybe smaller ones, to sign a treaty like, let's not fucking go to war with each other. It doesn't, blah, blah, blah. So they've got these smaller ones. The fear is if you just ignore those, you let Hamas run wild. Now Hezbollah gets involved, possibly Jordan, Iran, Saudi Arabia. You don't want to let that get too far down the road.
No.
You want to snuff that out, and you want to work on the peace accords. But you can't do it with these terrorist organizations calling the shots. And so it's like, no. Every one of them has to go and die.
Okay.
Period. And then we can get back to working on this, and this. Because there's certain Muslim countries that are a little more progressive thinking than others. So which one of those is going to win out? Because if Hamas gets their way, they want to come to the United States and bring Sharia law. So you don't want it to go too far where it's like, yeah, just let this keep breeding. And God knows what the fuck's coming over at our border.
I'm not saying that they don't deserve to go in there and kill every motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's not at all what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's fucking ludicrous on its face to think that this is somehow going to end it. You know, no.
Well, it won't end it.
No, and it might take a generation for all these kids and everything to grow up and to reboot a fucking army.
Well, you would need to not only take out Hamas, but get that attitude out of their schooling.
Take their kids out.
So the kids are learning about the devil. They're learning about Jews in a certain way. That Jews must be exterminated from planet Earth. That's what they're breeding with these children. So you need to take an entire new generation of children and bring them up not getting propagandized like that.
Who's gonna? So
if you were to eliminate the faction of Hamas, that's the hope. Is then you could get that kind of bullshit out of the school system, because Hamas is essentially running things. And so that's the hope, anyways. I'm just laying it out. You know, I don't know enough about this, but sure seems to make sense on its face. I mean, if you indoctrinate children, they're morons.
of course,
Soft-headed fucking dipshits.
Yep.
So, you know, you can teach them anything.
very malleable.
Yeah. By the way, we've got our own issues over here, as you know.
Do we?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, the migrants.
Figure everything's perfect here. As much money and effort that we're pumping around the world. Well, why we got to bother doing anything here?
Right. Well, you know,
borders locked up, no problem.
What's that?
I said the borders all locked up, right? Homelessness is under control. Fentanyl crisis. I don't think I've heard anybody dying in a while. I think that's probably
they have
fucking
quite a bit.
Have they? Oh,
yeah. There was
shit.
enough brought over. What was that bust? I want to say it was somewhere on the Northeast, maybe Boston or something. And
going in a port.
The new fentanyls are shaped like the candy hearts.
Oh, perfect.
You know those ones with messages on them?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're just fentanyl death pills.
Yeah.
And enough to kill.
They just say like, "Ha ha, gotcha."
Yeah.
The fucking skull and crossbones.
Bye-bye,
on there.
fuckface, shit like that. Yeah. I don't know,
Last
and
meal.
I don't have the details in front of me, but it was something like that, and they captured enough or confiscated enough to kill 80 million people or something. Like, oh, impressive. It's pretty impressive.
Yep.
No, when we talk about the nerve,
The gall?
the balls of some people, so migrants are refusing. That should be the end of the sentence right there, right? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Unless this ends with financial aid, I don't want to hear it.
Migrants are refusing to stay in tent shelters set up for them in New York City, which is a great expense to the taxpayer. Group of asylum seekers, hilarious to call them asylum seekers.
Yeah.
That is adorable.
Yeah.
We're seeing
it's the horse face and things like that need to shut the fuck up with that. AFC and the like.
Yeah.
The squads. They're not asylum seekers. Some, sure,
Right.
maybe. Can we vet them and find out? Because just coming in from Mexico is not asylum.
No.
Just coming in from
you should be
Guatemala is
stopped at.
not fucking asylum.
Yeah, there's laws in place too about
Should be.
I can't remember the name of the law now, but about you don't just get to come to America from Guatemala.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like your next safe space, asylum place would be Mexico. So technically, you're supposed to stay there.
Yeah, and
which are
Mexico's
set
just
up
like,
all over the
Mexico's
world. By
just
the
like,
way,
keep it moving.
Yeah.
Keep it moving. Convoys that way.
Who's
Just
still in
keep
office?
Keep going. Keep
oh,
going.
he's still in office. Yeah,
we got another
just
year.
go,
Let's
go.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving. We don't want you.
So, a group of
See them
asylum
out there with like those
seekers.
fucking big flashlight things like the airplanes.
Yeah.
Nope,
Yeah.
This way.
Keep
this
going.
Way,
Keep going. So these seekers were being bused to the Floyd Bennett Field in Brooklyn on Sunday, part of a national park located in Southeast City, New York City borough. They were immediately loaded on a bus back to Manhattan. They were complaining about it. They got off the bus and went, "Oh, fuck that. We're going back to the Roosevelt Hotel." And they took them.
That should have been. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. All right, you know what? You're right. Let's go. Come on, everybody, back on.
Yeah.
Like, wait. That's our hotel right there. Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Next stop, El Paso.
Yeah.
Here
We're
you
going
go.
south, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
One migrant said he was just going to head back to the Roosevelt Hotel, which has been commandeered by the Democrat mayor there. And
What's going on with him, by the way? There's some shit for old Eric. Boy, isn't there?
you know what? Those stories I just throw away. It's
I'm
like
curious. Yeah.
campaign violations. So what does it mean? They're all stealing money. They're all paying for their cars with
It's also
fucking.
about, well, there's campaign violations, and then there's also where did that money come from?
Yeah. Well, I imagine it's all coming from illegitimate places.
It's one thing from like local, sources or whatever.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that's foreign.
Yeah.
The money that's
would
coming
that
in
surprise
from
you in
there.
the least?
No, but I think that's way more egregious. Than,
Yeah, it should be.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
so
but-
it's not just some campaign finance issues.
But when they're all
took more
doing
money
it-
than they didn't disclose all their donations.
Yeah.
But when you're getting large sums of money coming from out of the country, and
Yeah.
that affects things.
Is it him so much? I know it's him and his campaign, but it's the broad that's running his finance department or something is under all kinds of shit.
She's the one
Who
that signed
knows?
the checks or whatever. But
So
back to your Harbaugh statement.
my kids go to school in the Bronx. For us to live out here is ridiculous. One said, okay, they should go to school in Guatemala then. How about that? Shut the fuck. Are you kidding me? It's like 15 miles away. And they're like, no. Not good enough, America.
Wait, I'm sorry. Your kids go to school here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they're staying in a 4-star hotel. Why not? Mayor Eric Adams first welcomed migrants sent from sent north through Texas Governor Greg Abbott.
How's that working out, by the way?
It's great.
The kid that walks in that doesn't speak a load of English. I mean,
Well-
a single word of English.
Yeah. So fuck getting him up to speed on English in his new country.
Yeah.
Let's just teach all our kids Spanish.
No, that's probably smart. Yeah,
Yeah.
easier.
It's great. It's a great fix. The buses just kept coming. A year later, Adams is begging for federal and state aid, asking a judge to suspend the right to shelter policy. They put this right to shelter thing in where it was like, by law, we need to provide a bed for anyone. It's the right to shelter policy. And now they're like, Oh, 120,000 asylum seekers later. Yeah, we're out of beds.
You know what? You know when they do the text and you go uppercase, lowercase to make it look all fucking stupid.
Yeah.
You know, we're a sanctuary city.
Yeah.
That's what I can picture. It's like, okay, be careful what you wish for,
Yeah.
dumbass.
Well, we've been saying it for years.
I know.
For years, this has been going on, and it's like, okay, well, then you take them.
Yeah.
If you're so thrilled with this,
Yeah.
and you're bragging, you want the positive from being a sanctuary city. You want to be able to parade that around like no human being is illegal. Good.
Yeah, as long as it was Abbott's fucking responsibility down there.
Yeah.
No problem.
As long as Arizona and Texas are handling this.
Yeah, sure.
Of course we're a sanctuary city.
Yep.
You folded over 50, Martha's Vineyard. 50. 50
bus.
migrants.
One bus.
And you couldn't get them off, and you put them on a fucking military island within 24 hours.
Yeah, time to go. No.
Hilarious.
We can't have that shit around here.
And then remember how much they patted themselves on the back for being all kind.
We gave
and
them
stuff?
water and sandwiches.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Would you
Stop
let?
it.
They wouldn't let them into their house to take a piss.
No, absolutely
behind the fucking school.
Oh no.
How about
We got together and we paid for porta johns.
Yeah.
To come out so that they could shit.
Yeah, because we're awesome
Yeah.
people.
I brought rolls of toilet paper from my own house for them.
So let's see here. Those bust out to the city's tent shelter in Brooklyn were not impressed.
No.
No, they weren't. T.
Yeah.
One man brought his family with him. Said they weren't warned where they were going to stay. We weren't even told where we were going. This is 18 miles south of the Bronx. We're going back. Boy, the nerve, dude.
You know what? On some level,
Another is demanding to return to the Roosevelt in Midtown Manhattan.
Hang on. I understand, and I get the fucking idiocracy of this whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't blame them at all.
No, why would you? I don't blame them either.
No, right? If you were in a 4-star hotel and they're like, here's a tent.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, I don't think so. I'm not downgrading.
They're going to take us. This is what he said, okay, about demanding to return to the
Who
Roosevelt
translated this?
in Midtown. And I have no idea because this wasn't spoken in English. They are going to take us back to the train so we can go back to 45th Street. We didn't know we were coming here. I cannot stay here. This is crazy.
Yeah, drive right past the Roosevelt, buddy. Just keep going south.
Yeah. Don't you think it's way crazier that you're just here in New York?
Yes.
Isn't that way crazier? Like
Yeah.
everything in your existence up to this time?
How's that rent fucking going?
Yeah.
Paying anything? You paying anything? And who knows? And they might have a job. I'm not saying they're all absolute pieces of shit. However,
Some of them do.
a lot of them are, and a lot of them are just bilking the system.
Yeah, of
And
course.
The fact that any of this is being done is a fucking sham.
They also bitch, this is not the ideal location for anyone to live. There's no supermarket. There's no infrastructure.
Yeah, right. You know what's a fucking good one for that? Guatemala. That's a great spot for
I hear
that.
their infrastructure is spot on.
Yeah.
I mean, really good
grocery
stuff.
stores. Yeah, fucking-
Supermarket. Not even grocery
Supermercado.
stores. Supermercados.
Yes.
Yeah, out of this world.
Yeah.
In Guatemala. Yeah.
Big time.
No doubt about it. So,
Don't forget the television Saturday night. Sábado Gigante.
sure.
Big Saturday night.
With more than 65,000 migrants still currently in our care and thousands more continuing to arrive every week. I love that. That's my favorite section
Just
of the
keep
article.
pumping them in.
Keep throwing them in
pumping
there.
them in.
Yep,
Sure.
there you go. You bragged about it. Here you go. Here's what you proudly screamed from the rooftops that you couldn't wait to be.
What do you think?
Here you go.
If someone from Guatemala, let's just say, and again, there's some I feel bad for. Most I don't.
No.
There's a process here, and none of you are fucking abiding by it. So fuck off.
Yeah.
But you come from Guatemala, you trek through Mexico, you do whatever you got to do. You get into Texas, right? I don't care what. Middle of December, you're in Texas. It's still 80 degrees.
Yeah.
They put you on a bus for 2 days, and you end up in New York City in the middle of December.
November.
You know what I mean? Like, what in the fuck do you? How cold?
And you're from where?
Guatemala. Anywhere doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
Any of them.
Uh-huh.
Regardless. Any
No,
of that
my
is
point is,
way
if you're
hotter.
from Guatemala, people can tell you what 3 below zero feels like.
No idea.
You
That's
have
what I'm saying.
no
You've never
fucking
felt
idea.
it. You've never experienced it. Your body is not even close to conditioned for it.
Yeah.
You know how cold that must be. I mean,
Yeah.
how miserable.
Do you know
must
why their skin tone is darker than yours and mine?
be. It's fried.
Because of the fucking sun. They don't need to take in as much vitamin D or whatever they get from the sun. Vitamin C, vitamin D, whatever it is.
Is that the same for the Sicilians?
I don't know. Probably. But that when you're talking about melanin and skin tone, which is why in the deeps of Africa you get that dark.
Yeah.
You know, it's for a reason. It's your body adapting to, which is why black people struggled with in part why they struggled a little more with COVID, because they didn't, you need so much vitamin C and vitamin D in your body, and we get that from the sun.
They got plenty of D.
They don't get that from the sun like we do because of the skin tone.
Yeah.
It's not a racist thing. It's just
black.
fucking
It reflects.
reality.
We're white. We absorb. They're black. It reflects. Isn't that the way that works?
Yeah, which is why the Swedes are super white.
Yeah.
And
there was like one COVID death.
Yeah. So Mayor Adams says the crisis will cost the city $12 billion over 3 years.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah.
New Yorkers also...
I don't know why the taxpayers shouldn't pay for that.
Something to look forward to. New Yorkers will see their services affected by budget cuts to deal with the situation.
Fuck yeah.
So that means...
Can we start? Good.
Yeah.
Let's let the trash start piling up on the streets like old Detroit.
Oh, no, we don't pick it up once every week now. We pick it up every third week.
Yep. Because we can't. Oh, yeah. Let's start finding out what the fuck just happened. Let people out of their ivory towers.
Yeah.
And let it start affecting every single fucking person.
So think about that. Not only is trash impacted, and if you've ever been in New York City on trash day, or anything around trash day, which is every other day of the week, it's like a fucking half a wall down the sidewalks of everybody's trash everywhere.
Yeah, because they're built up.
Yeah.
I mean, every footprint has 10 times the amount of volume that anywhere else does because it's all built up.
Yeah. So if you're wondering about that and they go, oh, now we do it every other week, I can only imagine what that city would look like if you did trash pickup every other month because you got to cut services to take care of this. Or think about, calling the police. People are finding out that when they call 911, when their moment of need comes, they might be picketing all day about what pieces of shit cops are.
Yeah, defund the police, baby.
But when their moment comes and the cops don't show up for 6 hours over a reported rape,
and then they'll bitch.
Then they whine and complain like this is total injustice. It's like, well, what did you think defund the police meant?
It's got to come around full circle.
Yeah,
people got to get kicked in the balls a little bit.
So when your kitchen catches fire and the New York, fire services aren't quite up to snuff, like they used to be. It seems so
noble, the causes and the things that you think that you're voting for,
right?
But the real world application fucking sucks.
Yeah, you voted all for that. When you're talking about Martha's Vineyard, that's a great example.
Yep.
You voted for this. You have signs all over your little pristine island bragging about being a sanctuary city. And then when 50 showed up, you kicked them the fuck out faster than anyone. Anyone. It's remarkable.
I wouldn't even have kicked him out that fast.
No. You would have let him.
I'd have made some beans and rice.
Kick around your city for a few days.
Ball, go run around for a little bit, have fun.
They didn't want those dirty fucking people in their water. They didn't want them in their lakes, dude. That's it. I mean, I don't know how else you look at it. They didn't want them to come in and beg people in the streets for a sandwich. They didn't want someone knocking on the door and asking them to use their shitter or shower. They didn't want these people crashing in their backyards, and they didn't want these filthy migrants going into their beaches.
Yep.
Simple as
pool
that.
or a pond, either one.
Yeah, or their pool, whatever. San Francisco cleared out areas of their city occupied by homeless camps and public open-air drug markets before. Weird. Top world leaders and CEOs and tens of thousands of other attendees arrived in the Bay Area for the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit, APEC, known as the Super Bowl of world economies.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. Thought they were really proud of their policies.
Seems like it. I mean, if this is what your day-to-day is, why would you clean it up for a weekend?
Yeah. Just because Canadian Prime Minister Blackface is coming to town and President Soup is coming to town.
You don't want to look like a piece of shit fucking city in front of other people? You think they don't already know it?
They don't want to show them firsthand how you took one of the most beautiful spots on planet Earth and literally turned it into a fucking dumpster fire in a couple of years.
That's the most, I mean, that really is insulting.
Yeah.
That they would clean this up for an event.
Yes.
for an event.
Proving they can do it, first off.
Well, it's not really. I mean, it's a temporary fix. They just took them and bust them 20 miles down the road. And
Probably.
By the time they make their way back, it'll be over.
Yeah.
That's
well,
fine.
it's 6 days long.
Fine, whatever. Then they went 40 miles. Whatever.
Yeah. So even Gavin Newsom can't even fucking avoid it. He's like, I know folks are saying, oh, they're just cleaning up this place because all those fancy leaders are coming to town.
Yeah, Gavin, that's exactly what we're saying, dickhead.
He says, that's true because it's true. But it's also true for months and months and months. Even before APEC, we'd been having conversations. That's adorable. That is adorable. You've been having conversations for months and months and months.
Hey, Gavin, guess what? We've been having conversations about it, too, for years and years. So congratulations. Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah.
God, what an idiot.
Unreal. I mean,
we've been talking about how to get rid of these fucking people because, it's an eyesore. But,
yeah.
But now rubber meets the road. And
it
was happening, so we really had to do something. It's just temporary. We just kicked them down the road.
So
Sacramento's going to be a little bummed for a minute, but whatever.
Fuck
we're fine for
now,
a day.
they won't put them in Sacramento. That's the state capital. So they'll go
whatever.
They'll just go to a
San
beach
Jose,
somewhere.
Whatever. Who
No,
gives a
San
shit?
Jose is too close to fucking Palo Alto and Silicon Valley. You don't want them there. But I guess you could go.
San Fran's not too close.
Oh yeah, it is. Well, it's 45 minutes north.
Okay.
But yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Fuck it. Take them up to Portland and Seattle. Just go north.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Dude, I just booked my flights to out to the Bay to see my family for Christmas. Right, I'm gonna be gone for a minute, and I was talking to Chris, and she's like, "Well, you want to fly into San Francisco or San Jose?" And I almost always fly into San Jose.
Yeah,
it's 15 minutes from. It's where we flew in, you and Tooch.
Absolutely,
you remember that short drive to my folks' house? 15 minutes. The city is fine. I used to fly in there all the time. That airport's a nightmare, getting in and around, and just taking the goddamn shuttle halfway across the world to get to a rental car if you need. It's a pain in the ass. But the problem was, there's a layover. Any of those flights from Detroit to San Jose, there's a fucking layover in Salt Lake City, which is fine. I go into there. They got a Shake Shack,
bang a Mormon,
a burger, bang a Mormon in the bathroom.
Sure.
Yeah, works out perfect, T. But it was like a 4-hour layover. Like, I'm not going to fucking fly all the way across the country and then sit here for 4 hours only to fly the rest of the way.
Rent a car and drive there.
Exactly.
From there.
So I'm like, well, I guess I'm flying into San Francisco. And I'm worried about it now. It's cool because you fly in right over the water and you land. It's literally right on the ocean. So it's kind of cool unless you, holy shit, holy fook, we too low. Yeah. Unless those are your pilots.
Bang ding out.
Bang ding out. Yeah, if those are your pilots, you don't want to go in there. But because that's where that incident happened, if you remember. So yeah, I don't believe Gavin Newsom is doing this right now. If you've been working on this for months and months and months and months, why would you do it days before the APEC thing?
Just random timing. Yeah, it's true because it's true. But, I mean, we've been trying to figure this out.
Right.
Been having conversations for months on how do we get rid of these fucking people before OPEC. That was the conversation. Hey, guys, listen, OPEC's coming next year. Even before OPEC.
APEC.
APEC. Sorry.
APEC,
OPEC's the oil thing, right?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes. By the way,
you know what the fuck I meant.
I did know what you meant. Why clean it up? Citizens live with this shit daily.
Yeah.
Right? Your storefront
blackface is so important that he doesn't get to see it, but all these people got to deal with it on a day-to-day basis.
On a day-to-day basis. Their businesses, these people are so fucking furious.
Garbage. That you care more about these other fucking people.
Yeah, more than your own the elites of the world.
Is all the more infuriating.
Yeah. By the way, cleaning it all up now proves two things. First off, right?
Hey, it's not cleaned up. For one, this is sweeping it under the rug. It's not gone. You don't see it. Looks like it, but the problem's not gone.
Okay, so they took all the garbage and shit strewn about the house and they threw it into one closet and closed the door.
Yep.
And when they open that door, it's all basically. But what it does prove, because they act like
garbage coming every day is the problem.
They act like. No, this is what people voted for. They want these liberal policies in these Democrat-run cities.
So what did they actually do?
You clean it up?
Yeah. What does clean it up mean?
Get these fucking dirty people the fuck out of here is what it means.
Where? They're still homeless.
Yeah, but
they didn't fucking solve anything. They just got it. They kicked the can down the road.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
so
they just don't want the APEC leaders to see anything but fruit trees and
except
sunshine.
the fact that they don't give a fuck about the homeless.
And they don't give a fuck about the regular citizens.
Right.
They're putting on a show for the elites. Mm-hmm. They don't want the elites getting in their armored limos, driving over and see anything but beach coast and fruit trees.
I would love
and
to
sun.
know.
What they don't want to see is a bunch of needles and garbage and homeless assholes on every street corner.
I want to know how much money was spent on APEC on this 6-day fucking incursion that went on. I would love to know what the money that went into that for. Catering, all the shit that went into it. What this was all inclusive. What that money would have done for the actual fucking homeless people.
Probably.
But instead, they fucking kick the can down the road and then they spend all the money on this. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, it is. And my point is, it basically, by doing that, by doing a giant human sweeperoo before APEC gets there, it proves two things. A, you know what's wrong.
Yeah, 100%.
And B, it's a fucking problem.
Yeah, of course.
You know it's a problem and you know it's wrong. Otherwise, you'd be like, welcome to our liberal paradise.
Here it is. This is it.
Look what we've built.
Yes.
Aren't you all proud of what we've built?
Yeah.
No
shame. Goes right back to the fact of no shame.
Zero.
Actually, that actually shows a bit of shame on some level.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they would be like, look at this.
Yeah.
Which is mind-boggling.
So the Chronicle, San Francisco Chronicle, reported the city's effort to clear the encampments is an attempt to avoid a repeat of 2016 when they hosted Super Bowl 50 at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara.
That's what I was thinking. I was going back to that.
Aside from airing the game, the outlet noted that TV broadcasts had focused on the city's homeless crisis along Division Street, which presented a major civic black eye for the Bay Area. Oh, so cameras are the problem.
Yeah, well, we can't actually prove it. Yeah.
It's not the black eye all over your fucking city landscape. No, it's the cameras showing it.
It's the optics. It's what people will think of us.
I think what you're thinking of is what I thought of, though. And it wasn't Super Bowl 50 at Levi Stadium. It was the Rams Super Bowl in LA. Home in LA.
Yeah.
And
when you said Super Bowl, that's what I thought. Yes,
of course.
That was the big sweeperoo.
They did a giant human sweeperoo then. And it was like, what?
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
We do this every once in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You don't want 1 million tourists coming in from all over the country and world.
As they bounce around Super Bowls and Apex, they're just going to go from San Diego to L.A. to San Francisco to L.A. to San Diego to L.A. to San Francisco. They're just going to keep bouncing these people around.
Yeah.
And what do they do? How do you round up a fucking bunch of homeless people? I mean, you just walk around with like sandwiches and a $50 bill and be like,
or
a fucking needle. Hello, come here, buddy.
You take
and you get them onto a bus and you just fucking pretend you're going somewhere.
I think you sweeperoo their tents. And, dude, they try to make them into third world shithole homes.
I know, but you got to get rid of them.
They get rid of all of that, and then the homeless come back and they're like, where's our shit? And it's like, hop on the bus, we'll take you to it. And then they just drive them to somewhere. Well, we're going to take care of you. And who knows? For all we know, they're putting about a 5-star in San Diego.
That's very possible.
You know what I mean? With these clowns, who knows?
Don't worry. We got an all-inclusive in fucking Cancun for you. Come on.
Yeah.
How's your passport?
What are those ancient, war things they, slingshot?
Trebuchet?
Trebuchet. They should trebuchet them right over the southern border in San Diego, right into Mexico.
Yeah.
That's what should be done.
Why? They'd be right back.
Well, that's true.
You got a better chance to send them.
But not if you trebuchet them properly.
Into the ocean. Here, I think we're going to get you to Hawaii.
We missed.
Just short. Sorry.
Came out. Airball. My bad. We'll do better next time. Come on. You're up, Jose.
Yeah.
The newest Marvel
We should turn Alcatraz into a fucking homeless encampment.
I don't think it's big enough. It's a small island.
Yeah, there's not that many, but still. Whatever. That's where you could shove them. Who gives a fuck? 9 guys in a cell. Who fucking cares?
Yeah, those cells are tiny. I was in the Birdman cell.
Good job.
It's kind of cool. But it's we.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's we. And those guys are used to
but you can't really
going
tell.
through.
But you can't tell from shore. I don't care how many people are piled up in there.
No, you couldn't.
Lock the door, shove them in there, and who cares?
What do? Put like a Taco Bell on the island? And
do you feed them now?
Well, yes. Fuck yeah, we're feeding them now.
Okay, then open up a fucking slop shelter and let them have it. Who cares?
A slop shelter.
The fucking galley and the thing, whatever. They fed prisoners. They can feed the homeless.
Yeah. The newest Marvel installment, I thought her name was Marvel. Brie Larson's role, she plays like the chick Superman or something.
Yeah, like she's like, not Captain America, but whatever.
Yeah, maybe it's Captain America or Marvel.
Something. Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's her real, that's like her name in the thing?
Yeah, I think it's Marvel as a last name, but it's the Marvels.
Oh, well, see, I'm extremely proud of the fact that I have no fucking idea
Good
what
for
you're talking
you.
about because
No. This goes beyond the
garbage.
Marvels and the Marvel installment.
No,
I don't give a shit about that, and I know better than to bring that up with you.
Yeah, this is the new one that warms the cockles of my heart. There's only one story that makes me even happier than this.
Oh, yeah?
Rape and Hoe.
Oh, I got Rape and Hoe next.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's the only story that makes me happier.
Yeah, well, this one had their lowest opening weekend in franchise history.
Perfect.
Pulling in just $47 million.
I hope Ghostbusters, I hope Bitchbusters outgrossed this.
Yeah, that'd be tough. Because they've got the Marvel universe behind them. Yeah. From what I understand, there's
enough people that will go just because of that.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. If you've watched those movies, you can rewatch them many times. There's tons of Easter eggs that apply to other movies. And if you don't watch this stupid installment,
you'll miss one.
You can absolutely miss like a whole underlying plot line.
I'll take it.
So you can be lost on shit. And it's like, well, what, you didn't watch Doctor Who from 6 years ago? Or you didn't watch The Incredible Hulk in 2008? I'm like, no, I didn't watch that piece of shit. Why would I? Yeah, it's like, well, now it relates to that story.
Sounds like even more of a fucking scam. Watch our turds no matter what. Otherwise, you won't know what the other turds mean.
It's actually pretty brilliant the way they did it. I'll give them that.
Financially speaking.
No. Not for the overarching, like, we're going to make a 16 movie about our universal characters. It's different. It's cool. You know, I got into it a little bit. Yeah. It is, when it all ties in together and shit. It's kind of cool what they did. I'll give them that. But my problem isn't that they're making another superhero movie.
No, of course not.
Whatever.
That's what they do.
Those. People are getting burnt on them.
What's wrong with this one?
Well, so the movie included an all-female led cast.
Oh.
Yeah. Featuring Brie Larson in the follow-up to Captain Marvel. Or Captain Marvel. If I'm fucking that up, save it, you nerds. I know you nerds out there. I don't care enough.
I certainly don't want to hear it because I never watched it.
Yeah. So I shouldn't say all female led cast, all female like
superheroes,
primaries. The primary leads
right.
are all chicks. The Marvels.
So what is there besides? So first of all, you took Captain Marvel and made her a bitch, right? Or just created one.
A new one, yeah.
Wonder
She's
Woman,
from that same planet too.
Wonder Woman. What else is there?
Who was based on a BDSM character.
What else is there?
What do you mean?
What other chick fucking superheroes?
Oh, I don't know that those ones are in this.
Well, exactly.
No, these are new superheroes.
Exactly.
There's probably a trans one and a fat black one.
Perfect.
You know, they got Lizzo in a lead superhero role. I don't know.
Yeah, this sounds brilliant. Just keep making shit up.
It was a huge disappointment in comparison to some of Marvel's top performing films. Avengers: Infinity War, which made $257 million. And their crowning jewel, Avengers Endgame, which had brought in $357 million in its debut. Prediction websites reduced expectations from 80 million to 60 to 65 million. In the end, it didn't even make those projections. Before that, the lowest movie in their franchise was The Incredible Hulk in 2008, which brought in $55.5 million. Industry insiders blame a general sense of superhero fatigue with the genre overall. Not all of them, though.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Just a little fatigue from the fan base?
And they say that, but that doesn't explain why other films are doing well. Yeah.
Right?
Weird.
No. That's, weird. You can't eat shit and go, yeah, fine, we fucked up.
Here's what they bragged about the Marvels. Yeah. So it wasn't like cinematic genius. You know, you will see effects you've never seen before.
Yeah, this is a work of art.
This is so cutting edge. You're not going to believe
it. This is the best Marvel movie we've ever made.
This script is so high end, you will not believe what you see with your eyes. Yeah. That's something you say about a movie, and you hope critics get on board and go, you know what? They ain't full of shit.
Yeah.
This script hit on everything.
This was so diverse and inclusive.
What they bragged about was having 3 female leads.
Yeah.
The studio also touted, and this was press release worthy, the whole works.
Did they have a female director, too?
Oh, not just that.
Oh, perfect.
A black female director.
Oh, trifecta.
Boom. Boom. Here's the thing. Troy and I don't hate women.
Not at all. I love women. I
actually do,
women.
too.
Yeah.
They can be twats, but of
course,
by and large,
Yeah. Yeah.
they're awesome.
And I'm all for. I have daughters. I am all for fucking girl power.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, you're
fucking
girl dad.
hold them down at all. Just stop it, though.
Yeah. First off, if the storyline calls for an all-female cast, like leads, great, more power to you. If that's what the story is based on,
If that dictates it,
right?
but
like
if you just shove it down my throat and make it happen,
don't force it on fans and pretend it's a winning formula. No one asked for that. And by the way, most of your audience is males. It just is.
Yeah, sure.
It's like the NFL. Like most of your audience is not Swifties.
Did they try putting them out there in scantily clad outfits?
Yeah, Brie Larson looks hot.
Yeah,
no doubt.
She's a biscuit. That's legit. But not like the forgetting her name, the Joker's chick when they frumped her
Harley
up.
Quinn.
Harley Quinn when they frumped her
yeah.
up in the second one when the
Terrible.
chick took over.
I noticed it immediately.
Right.
It was horrible.
So I wasn't sure if they did this in the same way. We can't sexualize these women. We have to empower them.
Well, I don't know, and I'll probably never know because I don't think I'll see it.
Oh, I guarantee I will never.
Oh, I know.
I haven't even watched the good ones. I'm sure as fuck not watching this one.
And even watching the good ones, like either you're into that genre, like Deadpool's different.
I watched
Deadpool's
Endgame.
different.
I watched Endgame.
That would make no fucking sense.
And at the end, I was like, okay, this is fucking stupid.
So did I, until I
watched.
watched the corresponding prequels.
But it was,
and then I was like,
so
okay.
much at the end of that it was like,
don't even get me started on
just stop it.
Yeah. Is someone here?
Maybe.
Okay. I hear Cece going ape shit upstairs.
Yep.
Sorry.
I think we're getting robbed.
Here's the other thing. No one's asking for this.
No.
You keep doing this.
Nope. Shove it down your throat. Shove it down your throat. Take it, and if you don't, you're the problem.
Right. If there's a legit demand for something, and it's like, well, we've never tried that before, but there seems to be a real...
Yeah.
And then you go, wow, our... this is based in reality. We put this out, and who knew, but holy shit.
I mean, history has told you, right? Bitchbusters sucked.
Yep.
There was the
Oceans.
The Oceans
bullshit.
Fucking Ocean 69 sucked. There was the Harley Quinn frumpy fucking one with all the chicks sucked.
With a female director that was like, oh no, we can't, because she's not hot.
Right.
So we can't have another sexy.
So the world's just sexist? Is that it?
Yeah.
Or is this obviously a winning formula?
Well, just put black lesbians in charge of everything, and they'll fix it all.
Yeah. You want an all chick movie and do it like Bridesmaids. Okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? Fine. Make a good movie. Make a funny movie. Make a good script.
Yeah. Here's the other thing I would say, and I'll leave this here so we can get to Megan Rapinoe.
Oh, yes.
If I'm Brie Larson, I am livid about this.
Which way?
Because you're the star of this part
They've
of the
ruined your franchise.
and it's like your promotion of this is, hey, all bitches at the top. Hey,
Exactly.
female, not only female, but black and sort of young.
Yep.
Like, wait a minute. You're taking my franchise and doing that to me?
Yep.
And you wonder why it dies a horrible death at the box office?
Yep.
And now I'm the fucking
And
asshole.
guess what's going to happen the next time you make a movie? Even if you're the only chick in it,
Yeah.
it's going to fucking bomb.
Reflect on you.
Because, yes. And you're absolutely right. I didn't think about it that way, but she should be.
Yeah, right? I would be. Like,
Absolutely right.
The formula's working for you. You've got some of the real superheroes in it, and it's like, oh, now we're going to have Lizzo in it, and I'm just making up things. But
Whatever. Yeah.
whatever
sure.
it is, you're going to have this fucking tranny and this fucking
I heard
Lizzo
she's going to do the
in
new
here.
Rampage movie.
Who?
Remake. Lizzo.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh, sorry.
Did you just look over at the Godzilla pinball
So
machine?
Rapinoe.
Yeah.
Hey, this part of the show is brought to you by the Backcourt Restaurant in Clarkston. They're located in the Deer Lake Athletic Club. The Backcourt combines a first-class service with a relaxed, friendly atmosphere and a chef-inspired menu. They have daily dinner specials throughout the week, live music on Friday nights, and on Friday and Saturdays, I am telling you, the best prime rib in town. So next time you're
great.
heading
It's
out for
huge.
dinner, oh my God, get the king cut, ridiculous.
It's huge. It's Fred Flintstone style.
It is. And worth every fucking bite.
Yeah.
So next time you're heading out for dinner or drinks, stop by the Backcourt Restaurant in Clarkston. You can call them at 248-625-8686 or visit DeerLakeAthleticClub.com.
Very good. I can't wait to get Scott in and finish up something so we can start doing some promotion for that. How are your forearms feeling today?
I'm pretty good.
I'm better.
I mean,
I'm better today.
Yeah, it's a weird thing because I work with my hands all the time. So like that's not really an issue.
Yep.
But it's a different muscle.
It's
just
a
like
different
anything
muscle.
else. You can be in great shape, and then you can go do something weird, go ice skating or skiing, and all of a sudden,
muscles in your ass you
didn't
didn't
even
know existed.
You had hurt. But
dude, I swear to God. So I've got this thing for teeth whitening that I ordered, and
toothpaste.
It's not toothpaste because I kept telling you toothpaste. It's not that I can't squeeze the toothpaste tube, but this canister is only like this high and this round, and it's got the.
Oh, yeah.
Pushing it down to get it out, I was like, I don't know that I can do it. I'm using my thumb.
Wow.
To get it. That's how sore my forearms were from playing Iron Maiden and Godzilla on pinball.
That's when I knew I was fucked up with this finger. When I went to go put on spray.
Yeah.
I was like, shh. I put the can in this hand. I was like,
won't work.
oh, boy. Yeah, I think I got something going on there.
They're so fun, though.
Oh, dude, I'm loving it.
Halftime,
I'm loving it.
Like halftime football.
It's the best.
Pause
it's the best
TV,
little time killer.
Not listen to any one of those clowns on the set blowing each other, making $20 million a day to do it, and just like, no, I don't need to hear Terry Bradshaw and Howie Long talk about women's flag football league that's up and coming. Don't fucking need it. So pause.
It's coming to the Olympics.
Yeah, awesome. Pause, come down here and play fucking 2 games each of pinball, and then go back up there, bloop, 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 fast forward through all their shit. I'd rather watch commercials.
God bless.
Than these clowns.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
No. So, Megan Rapinoe. I didn't know if you'd know of this story.
I shared this today.
Did you?
Yes.
Is this the God one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because my point was that I would argue the opposite because this makes me believe that there is.
Yeah,
Sweet
me too.
tits.
That's a great take.
It's exactly what I thought.
Yeah, I wish I'd thought of that because yes, that makes me exactly. So if you don't know, Megan Rapinoe from the U.S. Women's National Team, got hurt, walked off the field like nothing, smirking and smiling.
Non-contact injury.
Yeah.
Oh, walking off smirking and smiling like when she missed the missed the kick.
Yeah,
the free kick.
The free kick, and and they lost because of that.
Yeah, that's right.
Got bounced by Sweden.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, fabulous.
It was great. She apparently in the first 3 minutes of the game popped an Achilles. Maybe that's what she thinks.
Bullshit.
It did not look like any Achilles injury I've seen.
Fuck no. There's no way she fucking.
Well, I think Kirk Cousins. I mean, in clear hobble mode,
dude.
I think
and put zero pressure on that foot. She walked off.
She walked off.
She walked off. That's a completely different story of not getting carted off,
right?
And not putting any pressure on that foot. Your Achilles is gone. You don't put
drop
anything.
Foot. You'd get drop foot from that. Your whole foot would go limp. If she seriously popped, that would release, and the whole foot would go. Bleh, and she wouldn't be able to fucking bend it at all. She walked off the field.
Do you think that dude wouldn't have been laying there in tears?
Yeah.
She popped her Achilles.
Yeah, I think he would.
Yeah.
I really do. So, Megan Rapinoe is pretty sure she tore her Achilles tendon in the final match of her long career. I'm not a religious person. Okay, I'm going to say this sentence. How fucked does your ego have to be to even say this out loud?
Oh, my entire issue with her in the fucking first place
is her over entitled sense of self-worth and
ego,
value.
Yes, oh my God. Somebody made a comment. I had posted this story. It was just like, couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And somebody's comment was the joke about the Baptist church, the God hates fags.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, Westboro?
Yeah, the Westboro Baptist Church. Mm-hmm. I was like, no, God doesn't hate fags, but he hates cunts, obviously.
Yeah. So she says, I'm not a religious person or anything, and if there was a God, this is proof that there isn't. This is fucked up.
Totally disagree.
Wow.
Totally disagree.
So God only exists in your mind for your benefit.
Yes.
What if the rest of us are going, nice one, Lord?
This is a slow clap.
You nailed it.
Standing ovation for your last game ever. You don't get to walk off and do your twat salute.
Yeah. None of it. No.
Oh.
In fact, we're going to let you go out during warm-ups. We're going to let you go out there and take a knee during the anthem or whatever the fuck you're doing. And then as soon as the game starts, God's going to
shut it down.
That's enough. We've seen enough of you, twat. So that's what happened. So, yeah, there's no God. If you were wondering if there's a God or not, Megan Rapinoe is 100% sure now. This is absolute proof. We've been looking for proof. That there is a God, there isn't a God, one way or the other. You know, this is a very divisive topic. She says this is absolute proof there is not. Because he took her, this huge hero, out. So she said she felt a huge pop in what she's calling the worst possible outcome. She described her early exit as devastating. Well, for some, not for a lot of us. Not even close. Yeah. Especially because it was the final match of her career.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's how I know there is a God.
I guess I just rode until the wheels came off. Now I'm just a narp.
Please. I know we have to say it,
yeah.
but more than anything, I want to not hear this. I want to not hear this more than life. Hold on.
I want to give this to you.
Ahead. Say it, because I don't want to know it.
Now I'm just a narp, a normal-ass regular person.
Oh, God damn it, I heard the end of it.
Yeah. Normal-ass regular person. So we're narps. She's talking about us as narps.
Oh, wait, I'm actually glad that I heard that.
Yeah.
Because I did not think it was possible
to make it worse,
to hate this fucking bitch more than I do.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad I heard that.
Yeah.
Because
her legacy obviously goes beyond her athletic abilities.
Scissoring, MVP, Hall of Fame caliber scissoring.
No, she was an early supporter of the Black Lives Matter movement. Smart.
In front of it, yeah.
Smart. Great.
Yeah.
Also, out front about kneeling for the anthem. Awesome when you're playing for the national team.
Yeah.
Smart. Even smarter than the Black Lives Matter. How do you feel about those decisions now, especially the Black Lives Matter movement? Are you still buying that?
Of course. Oh, 100%.
She
100%. 100%.
So she doesn't. So she's not interested in getting informed on what Black Lives Matter is really about.
That's adorable.
Hilarious. Okay. I thought it was about the truth.
This idiot.
I bet you, well, maybe you did. In 2012, she came out publicly as a lesbian. I hate to break it to you, but
that's cute.
There was a lot of signs and a lot of writing on the wall.
Yeah.
I don't think you needed to have that statement.
No.
If you weren't lesbian and you came out and you said that,
for the record,
that would have been shocking. She publicly came out as non-lesbian. I would have been like, no shit.
You know how she did that?
Huh.
She got a haircut.
Yeah.
That's exactly how she did that. She got the haircut.
She got the haircut.
And then made it purple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's pretty obvious.
Yep.
If we want to talk about ideals that we stand for, the song and the anthem, and what we were founded on, I'm extremely American. Boy, I'd love to see how she got there.
Listen, bitch. That's not my America.
No.
We are talking about two very different Americas, sweetheart.
Here's the thing. You, and I mean Megan Rapinoe, personally, okay, as an individual, had tons of Americans celebrating that pathetic final appearance in the World Cup.
Yep.
Celebrating your loss. They wanted you to lose. Can you think... I don't know that that's ever happened before in our lifetimes or anything.
And
think about the establishment
I would be the first one to
Olympics.
say that up until that time, well, maybe just before that,
they were starting.
But up till very, very recently, I would have been the biggest fucking supporter of that team across the board. 100%. Rooted for them no matter what.
Yeah, I wasn't going to sit down and watch slow soccer, but it was cool, whatever.
But it got to the point where,
them.
yes, I was dancing in my car when I heard they lost because of the time change of where it was. I heard it on the way to work one day.
Think about it,
fucking lost, and I was dancing in my car.
Can you think of another example where Americans?
It's a shame because of all the other chicks on the fucking team that you ruined it for.
Yeah, of course she did.
Yes.
Carrie Lloyd is a good example.
Absolutely.
Carly Lloyd. Can you think of another time in the history of the Olympics? No.
Yeah. Okay.
In the history of the Olympics where a country's citizenry was like by large amounts of people rooting against their own country winning or losing an event.
Ever.
I don't think it's ever happened.
Yes. That you
and I found myself,
this was Marvel superhero-esque. This was the greatest story ever. This was America's team.
Right.
We loved our women's soccer team.
Yeah.
And
little girls did. You personally.
You single-handedly ruined it. And people wonder where my hate for Rapinoe is.
That's it.
Fuck you. That's
Dude,
why.
Honestly, I was torn. And I'm being dead serious. When they were getting ready to play Sweden, I was like, I didn't know there was a circumstance that could come about where I would root against my own country.
Wow, did you put the team photos up? I was rooting for Sweden, too.
Yeah, well, yeah. But, I mean, whether there are 20 lesbians on this team or 20 lesbians on this team.
They're just way hotter lesbians.
Yeah, way hotter lesbians, but still. But it was that hard for me, like, really, really. And when they lost, it was like, yeah, good, fuck them. I just don't care.
Yeah, no.
I don't care. You were the darlings of the country. And yes, you're absolutely right. If I knew any of the other names of the players on that women's team,
yes,
it must have been outrage. Did you know all of them?
And now I will re-root for this team.
Yeah. Carly Lloyd said she came out and
Brandi Chastain, that's the only other one I could name.
Yeah, which wasn't part of
took off
her top. That was
10 years ago.
Yeah, that predates even Rapinoe, doesn't it?
I don't know. She's 75. She might have still been playing back
Maybe. So Lloyd made headlines when she explained why she stood for the bronze medal match of the Tokyo Olympics in 21, and the rest of the team took a knee. So the rest of the team, even when Colin Kaepernick was taking a knee and getting his shit, he had one teammate that did it with him, maybe two at one point. The other 50 guys on that roster were not taking knees. The coaches were not taking knees on the 49ers sideline when Kaepernick was pulling this shit. Right?
Yep.
Bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Why do you think 20 women would all decide to take a knee? Do they all despise their country? Or are they all looking up to their co-captain and leader, Megan Rapinoe, who's probably getting in their shit off the pitch and demanding they do this or that? So she said, so the rest of the team took a knee, except Carly Lloyd. Carly. In that moment, we were kneeling. It was right before kickoff, so it wasn't necessarily like a protest per se. Oh, yes, it was. But I guess everybody in the English Premier League
38
was just taking a knee before kickoff. Who is?
Fucking Rapinoe.
Yeah, Rapinoe is.
38.
Right.
So, yeah, she was around 10 years ago when Brandi Chastain took
the
top off.
Oh, I knew how old she was. I thought you were talking about Brandi Chastain.
No, that's what I'm saying. I was like, she's had to have been around for that.
Rapinoe's 38.
Yeah, you said it predated her, but it did not.
I was thinking that she was in the late 90s run.
Maybe, yeah.
That's what I was thinking Brandi Chastain was.
38, I'm going to do the math on that. She was in the fucking 82 Olympics, I think.
No, I mean Brandi Chastain I was thinking was in the 90s. Oh,
and it might have been.
Yeah, which would have predated because this idiot wasn't playing in the 90s.
Yeah.
But anyway, it doesn't matter. So we had done it before every game, and I knew that was going to be my last World Championship game, so I wanted to stand. She was sure her decision to be the only player to stand communicated something to viewers and said, I just thought that we had done enough of the kneeling, and I just wanted to stand at my last World Championship game. Hold on. So you took a knee for all the games leading up to this, not to give you shit, Carly. You're probably getting a lot of pressure from your super dyke, Megan Rapinoe. Yeah. But wait, did we cure all the ills that you were kneeling for?
Yes, right.
So those weren't as serious when it came to your personal last game, your last World Championship. You didn't want to go in history as taking a knee on your fucking country.
Yeah.
And so you stood.
But all the ones before that.
Yeah, see, we were doing that as a team. God, you sound like...
Stop it. You know what teams do? They shave their heads for Bob Samuelson The fucking
there you go.
The Olympic volleyball player that had cancer,
yes,
and had to miss the Olympics, and the whole fucking team shaved their heads in unison in support for him. That's what a team does. You don't kneel for the fucking national anthem.
Yeah.
Fuck the women's team.
She said, I had conversations with Megan during this, and every game we rolled up to, it was the camera to her, but no one's talking about actually what the messaging was about. It was just she's kneeling and no one else is kneeling. Because she hates the country. That's why.
Yep.
So, and I have no problem with that. There are plenty of people that have grievances or what for whatever reason. Fine, but you don't get to play on the national team then.
Yeah. Don't.
Like that's my whole issue with this. Is like no. You don't
get to wear that fucking flag on your jersey and then piss on it.
Right.
Oh, I mean that. Like.
Yeah.
That strikes a nerve with me more than
it should.
You could possibly imagine.
It should.
That's great. I'm glad we had that story because you.
All right, should we do?
And I hope Sue Bird dumps her. Sue Bird deserves better.
Is she with Sue Bird? Is that who Rapinoe's with?
Yeah, they scissor all the time.
Really?
Yeah, long time. They've been together a while.
Those bushes are just blown out.
No.
Fucking messes.
Why? How? With what?
What do you mean? They could grow those things out to be like, this shaving is for men to gawk at.
No.
You don't think they're just blowing out fucking afros, 70s afros?
You think fucking chicks want to eat fucking bushy bush?
I don't know.
God, no.
No.
It's really fine as long as it's a dude fucking going down there.
Yeah.
Chick going down? Like, no.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. No, nobody wants a bush bomb.
God, you got a toothpick? Some tweezers? All right, let's do a couple emails and get out of here.
Shall we?
Yeah, I need to examine what's going on upstairs, see why Cece's going nuts. She doesn't usually do that unless something has startled her. So.
We're okay.
Tylenol OD. We were talking about this a week or two ago.
Oh, sure, yeah. Okay.
And I was like, yeah, don't fuck around with that, dude. That'll kill you.
Yeah. I don't take Tylenol.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
My friend had a wife years ago that had some back issues, got prescribed Oxy. She was addicted for a while. She got pregnant and had a baby and decided to sell said OxyContin.
Oh, better than the baby.
Yeah. I think I'd sell the baby.
I really thought it was going to be sell the baby for Oxys.
I would have. There was a time when I would have.
Hey, the black market's fucking wide open, man.
It's not just black babies, though. Like
the white market's open, too.
Yeah. So
big market for the Asians.
No, she decided to sell said OxyContin to help support her child. To get rid of the pain, she swapped out the Oxy for Tylenol. She was taking tons of it every day, ended up smoking her liver and kidneys.
Yeah.
She was a small Latina girl, Latinx, I think. 5'2", maybe $110.
I like those.
When she OD'd, she plumped up and looked like an old fat Asian lady. She unfortunately passed soon after. So do not fuck around with Tylenol, and do not drink on Tylenol either. That shit smokes your liver.
Well,
that's from Jason.
I don't take Tylenol.
There you go.
So we're fine. I haven't taken a Tylenol forever. Advil.
What is it? It's acetaminophen in it, right?
Yes, exactly. It's
are you taking generic acetaminophen? Because that would have the same problem.
Ibuprofen.
Okay.
Aleve and Motrin.
Rub it in that I am not allowed to have ibuprofen.
Advil, Motrin, and Aleve are basically the ones that I take. I haven't taken Tylenol forever.
It's good stuff. Not Steve.
Okay.
So these are emailers talking to the other emailers.
All right.
Boys, another Scott checking in. Fuck that Finnish Scottish Steve guy. If I bring some BLDs over, do I get to sample the pinball machines? The ones that were delivered by the guy with the superior name? Sincerely, Scott, not Steve. Fuck that guy.
Oh, boy. It's a nice try.
It's good.
It's a good effort, but it's going to take way more than BLD.
Maybe. I mean, we might have to have a party over here at some point.
Yeah, we have a tournament, something along those lines.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Try it. Bring it on. Let's try.
Let's go. Yeah, we're really good at the pinball. I just love it. I can't wait to work a deal out with him and get moving forward because they're so awesome. He said he's going to bring over Venom next.
Good.
So when we get bored with one of these, we'll swap it out for. He said, "Dude, Venom is the new one, and it's fucking dope." What was that? I don't know what that means.
Godzilla.
Oh, Godzilla. You want to bounce Godzilla?
That's the one I'd swap for sure.
Me too. At this point,
yeah.
It gets darker at one point on the screen, and
it drives me nuts.
Makes it tricky.
It gets too dark.
I do like the game, especially when Iron Maiden kicks my ass. It seems like Godzilla's like, "Come here," welcomes me into his open arms, and is like, "I'll give you a decent ball or two."
Yeah. Like that little baby Godzilla.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, yeah, a lot going on. So have a great rest of the day, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. We sure as hell appreciate that, as we always do. And we'll see y'all tomorrow.